Hey guys, how's it going? Happy quarantine. I am Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and I did not feed my husband to a tiger yet. Um, I guess that's trying to get the notification. It's warm here today, so we have the air conditioner on, but it should be shutting off here in a minute. Hey London girl, hey Colleen, hey mistress. How do I get, hey Daniel. I can't scroll back and see where. We'll see about that. Today Randy and I are mucking around with the Glowforge, trying to make, and I didn't mean to complicate it. Hey Katrina, hey. I did not mean to complicate it, but this is life now.
Well, I've learned to just say, you know what? Let's break quarantine. Let's go buy the things you want to buy.
Oh really? Instead of being like the
Because this
PVC
is-
pipe and stuff?
This
So I was like,
is-
let's go get a couple links to PVC pipe. Like, he went out to check the post office box anyways. I was like, if you stop by Lowe's and just pick up a couple of links of PVC pipe, we can just cut them and like do that. And he was like, nah, let's do that. And I was like, okay. And then he designed it and everything was perfect. And then I touched it and it's ruined. So
I just gotta completely redo it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I redid that part for you though. So
Kinda.
now, but yeah, I'm thinking if we cut it shorter, we won't have as much. Because it's trying to get what technically works on other people's lasers cutters to work on our Glowforge. Because it wouldn't recognize the artwork because it was too close to the edge. So we had to redo the entire design because but we made it in Inkscape to this, anyways, to the specified size of the actual page. So, do you want me in there sitting by the forge? Do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
What in the world?
Well, for me to press. Hey, Norma, we are making this. Oh, we need even more because that's just going one way. Oh man, this is gonna take so much wood. That's okay though. We're making an organization rack for my Lampwork glass rods. Yesterday, I also slapped my face on in like 3 minutes, so I'm sorry. Hey, shepherdess. Patty says, watching on TV, following chat on my phone. It's the way to go about it. Very cool. And also, I do have my tablet over here, so if you guys, like, are you on house internet? Probably, yes. I'd say I need to get out more, but that's, like, illegal now, I think. Sorry, I was on my house internet, makes it super slow. It's gonna be a minute. It needs to, like, refresh, maybe. The lag is impressive. We don't half-ass anything around here, including the lag. Buffering. Okay, I need to find a craft knife. I will return shortly. Ouch. Because also we're not using proof grade materials for on the Glowforge. So is this even a good idea?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go and buy tools.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cut. Oh, hey Susan! Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm just going along the backside. Sometimes the Glowforge doesn't cut through all these like little fibers of wood on the backside of this plywood. So I'm just going through and whoops, giving it a helping hand. We're trying to.
Your hair appears to be purple and green.
It is. That's not just the lag. My hair is actually purple and green. But yeah, if you guys have a question or anything and you feel like you're having a hard time getting my attention, just do at Yvonne Williams, just like how Judy just did. Hey, Judy. I actually think I have a package from you. Do what, love? It's depressing? Ooh.
That's just impressive.
What's that? Mmm. Randy's cutting streamline, he says. I don't know what that means.
And what is sitting on the top of the wood when I'm done?
What? Huh. Where did the trash go? Well, I missed. I lost track. Oh no. A 17-year-old got for going for a driving lesson out without a good reason to be away from home. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Randy went out to the post office, and we fortunately already had a stock of like respirators, like little respirators for whenever we're like sanding resin or using aerosols. And so he just popped one of those on, and he was like, "I'm the only person in Carthage right now wearing a mask." Everybody looked at me like I was a plague carrier. And I was like, "Yeah, but just in case you weren't coughing and hacking on everybody." He's like, "But I'm not, because we never leave our house." Oh, we might need to just bump up the amperage, I think. Oh, that's a horrible noise. Huh?
I'll do it.
What you doing? No, I got this. I just can't cut in a straight line to save my life. Slits. My son got the virus. Oh no, Maria. I hope he's okay.
And a full face.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do have the feeling that in our town, they are not going like super crazy enforcing it or anything. But like before we cut a ton of pieces of wood, do you think that this will, like, I'm worried about these being wobbly. Like we might need to make a back piece that these can notch into to keep them from sagging, or we might just glue it.
They can't notch into each other.
It's true. I understand.
It should be fine.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Right, Anita. In my town, they do the same, looking at us funny. Right on. Well, part of the solution and whatnot, I guess. Do what, Randy? Yeah, and then my craft knife keeps doing this number, and I don't know what in the heck. Hey, Bernice, how's it going?
For ease and speed. Sounds good.
Sam's doing real good. We actually had to put the cone on Z for a little bit because he keeps chewing on his butt, but that's life around here nowadays. Somebody's always chewing on somebody's butt. Did we get it? Oh, it wiggles now. Okay. That's a start. Randy, I'm quite bad at this.
I said I would do
Are you sure?
it. Yes.
Okay. Should we just do the grids? Like, I'm worried about wasting wood, like, if I mess it up.
It'll be fine.
I don't know. The concept is that we're gonna make a bunch of these and then have them be going one way and then have them be going the other way. What's this?
To make sure they fit in between.
I can't test it until I get the things off. And
my goodness.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take. Sorry. But just pretend like both of these had cuts in them, but then we could, like, the cut would be coming in like halfway on each of them, and that way they'd like together, so it'd look like that whenever it's all said and done, but in the middle, if that makes sense. Like, oh, this is. I'm not good at doing. Like, Randy came in and I was actually trying to do it myself, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Making a rack for my thing," and he was like, "Can I do it?" And I was like, "Please do it." Yeah, crisscross Shelby things, Beth, and yeah. Actually, Christy is our local family. They aren't blood relatives, but they're our family unit. We do not leave our houses except for to go to the post office once a week, so they're not worried about us contaminating them. Randy and I aren't really high risk, so we're like, if y'all don't want to get infected, don't come over here. Like, But it was amazing. We got some masks sewn.
We need help with masks, and we help
Mhm.
them with that.
But we have sewing machines and serger and stuff, and they were like, we need masks pretty bad. So they came over and did that. I actually spent all day out in the garden on. Oh my God! Thank you, Lydia. Thank you so much. But it was amazing to get to interact a little bit with other humans in person, and you're so much better at that. Like, y'all, look at this man.
But now that I'm gonna mess up.
Well, yeah. I don't know. He's doing really good. I sent you an email about a pair of earrings made from jump rings. Did you get it? Oh, I don't know, Tanya. I've been having a heck of a time lately with our spam folder. Like, I had merged my Back to Earth creations with a Gmail for some reason. Like, and I can't undo it, and it's like I didn't get emails from people that we had ordered stuff from. Like, it got eaten into like a Gmail spam folder. So I'm still trying to figure out how to. But if I haven't replied, please send it again.
So you announced about your Friday?
Oh no, I haven't. This Friday, as part of EridaniCon, which is an online convention, celebrating the corona quarantine, we're going to be doing an hour-long live stream on Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, just weaving some scale mail. So that'll be pretty cool. Oh wow, really, Red Cal? Oh, right on, Lydia. Well, thank you very much. I too, often on planting potatoes. Nice, Kelly. Y'all want to see the progress that we've made out in the garden? Cause like Saturday, no, it was Sunday, I guess. I spent most of the day outside, and then yesterday I actually from the time right now it's 2:15, so about this time, 15 minutes earlier, if you're watching this live, but on Friday. I don't know how to make a link for it, but it'll just be here on YouTube. Where are the babies? They're outside. We do have mail, Judy. We'll actually do mail first. Manaya, if you're here and if you're watching this, I had accidentally opened up your package thinking it was from Judy, so I'll be giving the dogs one of the dog biscuits that you had sent. Oh, Bev, hey. Yep, we'll go out and see the chickens. Randy, you're the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
You're the greatest. What were we doing? Mail. I'll be right back. So this actually looks like, it says from Judy on the outside, but here it's from the Bead shop. So what's up? Like, y'all gotta explain this to me. Is this from Judy, or is it from Jim, or is it from both? Like,
Is Jim here?
is Jim here? Jim! Hey Gwen, how's it going? Baby fluffy chickies. They're barely babies anymore, though, I tell you what. Yep, Santa. Hey, can I use your knife whenever you... Oh, thank you. How's it going?
Slow.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll knock it up to, we'll try the thick cardboard and see if that cuts through better, because I'd rather be dealing with a little bit more burnt than having to do this on everything. All right, Lydia. I'm so... Woo. It says yes, read. That's perfect. First thing you see when you open it is yes, read. Woo. Hey, Yvonne. Just to let you know, this is from one of the monsters, not me. They made an order and told me to add some stuff for you since you only have the options for income. Make some pretties. Oh, Jim. And Judy. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna... Ooh, what's this? I'm gonna start one thingy at a time. I donated my cord box. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Here, let me get the camera on the other side so we're not backlit. Right on, Lydia. That seems to kind of be how people like to go about it. Yeah, much better lighting. That is beautiful. Woo! Holy smokes. Ooh, what's this? What's this? There's beads all everywhere. What's this? Hey, Lisa. She says, hi, it's my first time here. Please be gentle. Ah, no promises. The safety word is flugelhorn.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to find. No, I can do it by hand. Okay. Oh wow. And these are so well packaged too. Oh. Holy. Look at those.
Now that's pod racing.
That's black onyx. Wow. Little black onyx spiral. I'm gonna have to make some more earrings. Oh, it looks like
Ow, poo.
Red Adventure. What's up, baby?
Missed.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No bleeding on the merchandise.
This isn't merchandise. I can bleed on it all I want.
Okay, that's fair. These are beautiful. Oh my god, pink opal. You guys. Some bead prawn for y'all today. Ooh.
Yep.
Super duper shining. Got 2 tanks and a nurse tuning it to check on me every day and replace it when needed. Ah, right on. Metatron. Best safe word ever. Yeah, it's in no context. Well, I'm not gonna. It's stuck to me. Sticky tape is sticky. Oh, these are beautiful. What's up, Mama?
Sending the big pieces.
Yes. Yeah, the little ones you can break all the heck.
Well, good news.
Good news.
I've been breaking them.
Little alcohol wipes. Alcohol prep pads. We actually use these for cleaning the glow forge. Ooh, are these the funnies?
No.
It's
Oh,
a
is it?
Big 5 sporting goods coupon sale. Ooh, look at those shoes. Oh, that's a nice scent. Sorry, they're in their bikinis.
What are you sending us to?
Jim knows what we like. Tonight is the full pink supermoon. Should be beautiful. I'm hoping it's been so cloudy these past couple of nights. I've been wanting to stargaze and too many clouds in the way.
Oh, hello.
Sure. Yeah, that keeps happening. It seems like no matter how tightly I cinch it down, it still does that. And I do have a whole thing of extra blades. Well, I have 2 extra blades.
Okay. Now the whole thing goes nope.
Yep. I have a whole thing of lies and also not truths. Keeping safe from virus, alcohol wipes. That's true. But truly, like Randy and I, other than once a week, he goes to the post office. And other than that, we don't leave the house.
Okay.
Oh, these are so cool. Woo! Citrine. Y'all, okay, so if you do !gym, it'll pull up the information for the bead shop. Y'all need to go spend money there. Look at those amethyst little pillows. I'm gonna have to make a little like a gemstone bracelet with those bad boys. And unakite. Oh, I love these interesting shapes. What is this? Is this chalcedone? Chalcedone? Nope. Can't even say it. That's probably not what it is, but they're beautiful.
Chapadon?
Maybe. But they're super duper pale blue.
Okay, I'm giving up.
You're giving up?
I need
It's in the drawer of your tool chest. Sponge coral? Ooh, so shiny. I found the close tutorial on making a leather plague mask, and the powder's only $5. Right on. Yo, look at these smoky quartz barrel beads. That's amazing. And I've never actually chalcedony. Gotcha. Child learning. Oh, and little mahogany obsidian bears. Mahogany. Ooh, 2 strings of those. And this looks like some red tiger's eye. Some people call it falcon's eye, or is that the blue stuff? I don't know, but it's beautiful. Oh no, Daniel. Yeah, we have no idea how Daniel's still waiting on his crate.
Seriously?
Yeah. We have no idea how international shipping is going to be impacted by just all the stuff that's going on.
So much faster.
If you can be careful of that cutting mat.
Oh, okay.
It's the Cricut one. It was like.
Okay.
While Randy tackles manically, I'm gonna go.
No.
Oh, does it need to charge?
You were so close.
I've got mine plugged in at my jewelry desk too, by the way. If you need to, you wanna wear a respirator?
Why?
Because all the sawdust going directly into your lungs. Like I'm watching it go up your nose.
It's sawdust. It's fine.
It's plywood. Isn't it, Randy? Okay. Field trip. We're gonna take a field trip. Well, Randy. Ow! I'm going outside. He just hit me with a fucking blade. We have safety goggles and face masks over there, FYI.
I'm done.
On that board. Done done?
I'm done.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh my God.
Nice.
So now
We get to do that, like, noise. Okay.
That's why I want to do that.
Very, very cool. Yeah, let's go. Let me get bundled up so that the sun can't touch my flesh. Cause, ouch. Hey Randy.
Where you going?
If you want to do an inch past where I marked.
I'm just cutting the boards.
Yes,
Is that what you're talking about?
that's what I'm talking about. If you like, cause that way we won't have to do that step that you just did.
Okay.
So
I'll hold off until you get back and redo it.
I'll remark a couple. Okay, I gotta remark some stuff for the Glowforge real quick. Today's gonna be just a busy, all over the place kind of day. Pardon me, my love. So I'm gonna remark this one and then chunk it back in for you. So this is our Glowforge room. It's a disaster because I'm a hoarder. I need help, like professional help. Woo. Well, did you change the setting? Just at all? Because this one cut through perfectly. Oh. I'm measuring. Okay, I'm putting this one back in. I love the feed through slot on the Glowforge.
So I'm going to show you a pro tip.
What a pro tip.
You ready?
What's up?
You see this lip back here?
Uh-huh.
That lip?
If you push it all against it.
Now it may not, but with a fresh board, it indicates a straight line every time.
Okay. Gotcha. So are we going to have to do 28 boards instead of just the 14? I'll pull it forward. Okay. So in today's episode of Will It Fit, we're marking all of these. We have a 20-inch cut bed, but the Glowforge will not recognize stuff if it's too close to the edge. What's that, baby? Ooh, hello. I'm liking all this workplace harassment.
I'm just trying to not knock everything over.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You lift the lid and then close
Yep. Okay. Did that register?
Yes.
Cool. So we go through and we're cutting the boards down to size. Yeah, that would be really cool. But we buy our boards. These are actually gifted from Judy. Thank you, Judy, by the way. And they are 24 inches, so they don't fit onto the bed, but that's perfectly fine because we normally just rip them in half using actually the Glowforge. Okay, I've got all of these ones remarked, hun. Do those need marked too?
Yep.
Cool. Wow, you've been busy. You want me to do it on the opposite end so you have two burnt ends, or just the same end? Okie dokie. Give me just a sec, and I'll be able to pay attention to the comments again. But yeah, Glowforge is really bad about keeping their proof grade materials actually in stock.
Well, it's Tuesday for live stream.
Do what?
I know that it's Tuesday because we're live streaming.
Who's asking what day of week it is? Ah, okay. So the button's glowing. So y'all want to watch the Glowforge work for a sec? Here, let me see if we can. Right on, Bev. Okay. So we're going to press it. It's going to get loud. Oh, so I got a splinter. I can't hear you, honey. Yeah, it is a nice flare. There we go. And you can kind of see all the smoke venting out. Yeah, it is quite loud. I have my earmuffs over here. Okay. And so we open it because otherwise it won't register to rescan. We pull out from the pass-through slot. Now we got a nice bit of wood. And now I chunk the next one, and you can actually see here to keep it from like leaning funny. I have this. Ow, I keep giving myself splinters.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one of the ones that already cut?
Yeah, I have an idea.
I do too.
Is that your idea?
No.
Oh.
I was going to just show them these ones that aren't cut yet.
Oh. Is this okay?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll make it work.
Alrighty. And then we're going to do that a whole bunch more. I just used a piece of the cut-off wood as a fence. That way it keeps it straight. Okay. Super high-tech support. Let me know when I can press the button. I guess whenever it lights up, I can press it.
Yeah. Is that straight?
Eh.
Are your marks straight?
Hopefully. I tried.
Alright. Let's go.
Oh. Yeah, just the angle of the light from the window. And is there a burning wood scent? There is. It makes the entire neighborhood smell like our house is burning down. The button. I gotta wait for it to start glowing though. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's a good idea, I'm used. Can you do maple leaves? We can. And I'm actually working on, we've got some rolls of leather Naked. That we're planning on making some like ooh, it's glowing. Press it. Now press the button. And then we do it again. Loud noises. Okay, I'm gonna go outside. But yeah, to keep the house from smelling like sorry. Like burnt wood, and to keep the air conditioner a little bit more efficient, we just have 2 layers of heavy blackout curtains. Right? Okay. Do you mind if I go outside for a bit, Randy? Okay. I want to show them what we've been doing out in the yard. Okay. Adventure on the high seas. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Every time I open the door, I'm so worried a snake's gonna hop out. Batman. Okay, so we got some cabbages and stuff planted in this bed, which I'm very excited about because cabbage. Also, look at that tree, y'all. Gary playing with wood. Us too, bruh. But yeah, also we have. Aw, thanks, Lydia. We've got some blueberry bushes, 3 of them put in, and cabbages, and just between that and stuff coming back from last year, we should be pretty good. And these are all, this is bee balm. We planted one plant like 4 years ago, and it just keeps spreading, and I love it because I'd rather that be growing than like, I don't know, grass or weeds. So, trying to figure out why this is being so ornery. Okay. Right, Lydia? Yeah, we've got a nesting couple of cardinals. So this is not new, but revamped. I'm going to try to stick to the shade as much as I can. There's a lot of traffic for a quarantine being on. I had pulled all the stones away, and we cleaned out just all the muck. Like, it was turning kind of pinky purple from the algae, from just too much organic matter in the water in that little like cut off trash can of a pond, which is literally like the bottom half of a trash can, that I just turned into a pond. And I reclaimed some of our old planters and just moved some other rocks. But the shrine is really coming into its own this year, like with the red bud and oh really? Right on, Christy. That's a red bud. Before we moved in, because of threat to the house, because they are planted quite close to the house, this redbud tree and that redbud tree were both cut down. So whenever we moved in, and it breaks my heart, anytime to see, like, that was like 100-year-old tree. And so we made like a little shrine, and that one had a little bit of growth on it in the first year, but then it stopped coming back, whereas this one you can see has a second life. And so we have a little shrine kind of going on there. The cherry trees are past their blossoming phase. Hopefully we'll get some more cherries this year. It had a lot more blossoms, but our dwarf cherry that we have for pollinating wasn't flowering at the same time, so we'll kind of have to see. Gotcha, Randy, thanks. How many hours do you have in your day? I've come to the conclusion that you never sleep, ever. we try to stay busy. Like yesterday, I probably spent 13 hours out here chatting with the chickens and digging in the dirt. Ooh, oh, that would be pretty, Bev. Oh, wow. Oh, no, I was going to order y'all a large chicken coop. We've got a 10 by 10 chicken coop back there. The chickens just, they're Bing cherries, so sweet cherries. Aw, during the quarantine, making fairy ears. Oh, right on. And then we also have, you can kind of see, I'm going to move the camera again, so it's going to be kind of pixelated. We have a solar panel up on top of the pergola. And we'll get over there. But here we have, let's see if I can avoid stepping in dog crap. Ooh, our radishes are starting to come up. Look at those little green things. Our spinach, very nice. We have bok choy, cabbages, pansies, and Brussels sprouts in this bed. In this bed, we've got mint and parsley and pansies. And yeah, okay, so last year for $10, we were able to get a blueberry bush. This is a blueberry bush, okay? And so's that one. The blueberry bushes we got this year that were big bushy things were just $10 as well. The raspberries are really, really coming back, and the whole front edge is strawberries. So like, ooh, we've actually got a flower. Little strawberry. Oh, right on, Lydia. Honestly, I don't even know where we would put something like that. This bed hasn't been planted yet. I need to get on that. Nor has this one. But I was going to transplant away all of our strawberry plants, but into a different bed, but we have so many that here's the baby chicks. All grown up. Basically. Let's go in a little closer. I know it's going to make it really pixelated, but hey, little girl. Hey. How you guys doing? Being chickens? Princess Poopy Butt has lived. She was the only one that I was really worried about. Man, y'all put a bunch of dirt in water. It was clean this morning. There's Chia. There's Clove. Yeah. No, it's every day. It's every time they take a nap, they wake up just a little bit bigger. And Saffron and Ginger and Bay. I love my little chickies. Where's my big girls at? But yeah, we're going to be moving around these fence panels to open up this whole area for gardening purpose. A hand focus. They're taking dust baths. Time to invade their privacy while they bathe. Nutmeg, what you doing, girl? And there's Pepper. And there's Poppy. Mm-hmm. That's a warm sun, though. I can actually feel my toes sunburning. Yeah, chirpity chirp chirp. Hey, little chickens. Bok bok. Okay, and then this whole bed I planted, last thing I did yesterday was plant that bed. Let me find some shade to stand in. But yeah, so you can see we actually have some bird netting over it to keep the neighborhood cats from just pooping in it. And we have a grape here, and then off camera over here. And then I'm using the marigolds. In line with the marigolds, we have planted carrots. And then in between, so we have like 10 rows of carrots and 2 rows of parsnips. And then in between each rows, we have radishes and then beets and then some chard off on the far end. So they're very food motivated. So this is the solar panel I showed you guys goes to that, what's a carrot? It's like a potato, but worse. So solar pump. The, yeah, only 3 left of the original. We were doing some revamping on their coop because possums kept getting in. And I've had people say, oh, possums don't eat chickens. And it's like, I found the possum with the chicken in his mouth. So, but which I'm still pretty sore about. But no, so that's the solar panel keeps the bell going, and I just absolutely love it. It doesn't go at night, but that's just as well because I think the toads actually like it better. Like last night, we had our first toad uh, singing, trying to find a girlfriend, I think. But this whole bed, for those of y'all who were hanging out with us in our Saturdays live stream, this whole bed is brand new. Like, we've had a bed there in the past, but we didn't have the border, and so it's been planted with like up to like right here. That section's been planted with potatoes. We have more seed potatoes coming on the way. Um, yeah, oh no, well, the toads, they do their like chirpy, like, oh no, Mary. Well, thank you. It's honestly, like, you can see, the house itself is in dire need of repair, and we're working on that. We're saving up and budgeting, but this has been, $10 here, $15 there for stuff over the past 7 years, and working with just a lot of found objects, and things that are sent to us. But yeah, I like to come out here and cuddle the cat and just hang out. So I'm gonna head back inside though, because my toes are burning. But ooh, this whole bed, that whole bed is peas, just straight bush peas. We've got peas and radishes and spinach and onions in this bed. In this bed, that whole side is sweet onions, and this whole side is peas. And they're coming up nicely. But that is, oops, that's the backyard. It's very sunny. I'm really glad I was out here yesterday. Yesterday it only got up to like 68 maybe, and was kind of overcast. So it was a perfect day to get a bunch of stuff done in the yard. Randy and I went around and trimmed up the whole fence line, and that was really nice because we're always gone this time of year, typically doing like conventions and stuff. So it's been really nice actually to be home, make the best of a bad scenario, I guess, because it's letting us kind of get ahead on, like get a leg up on the yard work that normally gets away from us like immediately. Hey baby, how's it going?
It's going.
Do you need help with the Glowforge? Would it be helpful if I stood in there and pressed the button and swapped stuff out? Okay. He's the loudest drinker, that dog. Sam dog. How's it going? He's the loudest drinker.
Not really.
Yeah,
the
Callie's
whole
the
time
loudest
outside,
drinker.
it looked like it was maybe 120p.
Really?
So black and white. They're very nice to be like, oh wow, ooh,
Yeah.
like, you can't see what's going on.
People are very kind. Like, y'all are too nice to me. I hope you know that. Like, don't stop. Like, I like it. But
You're like, this blueberry, and I'm like, we can't see what
it is this splotch of green is gonna have splotches of blue on it one day. Was it not even? Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Judy and Jim. This is amazing. Let us go into the other room and put some beads away because I need to tidy up my workstation. I don't know about y'all. Also, if you haven't yet, be sure to leave a comment on last Tuesday's live stream because in about 15 minutes we are going to be doing a giveaway of a box of, hi, hello bug, goodbye bug, a box of laser cut resin pieces. So I think that'll be pretty cool, hopefully. And let me go grab the tab of it. Hey Sam. Thanks, Lydia. Thank you so much. Like, how are y'all doing, by the way? How's quarantine treating you? The Panic apocalypse. Did you have a good... Oh, Daniel, happy birthday, bruh. Sausage melts? What's that? I don't know what it is, but I'd eat it. Brooke says, I'm jealous of that work area. Right now, I just have a corner of the kitchen table. I'm not gonna lie, we're very blessed to, of all the places to be quarantined, like I'm glad it's this rendition of our craft room, because we started out, our very first craft room, y'all, genuinely was our bedroom. Like we had pushed our bed into our closet and just we'd get out of bed in the morning and step on beads because we didn't have any shelves to put anything on. It was quite a mess. So well, thanks, Karen. We're glad to have you guys here hanging out with us. Have you ever made a wire wrapped glove? Not a glove, but I've made like wire wrapped hand flowers and stuff where it's actually on my DeviantArt account from like a lifetime ago, but I had made like rings and then that attached to like a thing that goes over your hand, but not like a glove. Like I don't think anybody would have seen it and been like, that's a cool glove. Like it's like more of a bracelet with rings. Kelly and Joan from Michigan here. We've watched a ton of your videos and we officially blame you for our jewelry making addiction. I'll accept that. I'm honored to be part of your jewelry addiction. We're fine. Thank you for being right on. I'm glad you're doing hopefully a good fine and not a sitting in a room on fire going, this is fine. Everything's fine. Mim says I had a baby a few weeks ago, so I put her in a dog bed on my work table. That's awesome. Like a human baby? Or dude, that just sounds weird to say. Right on, Brooke. Ah, right on. Okay. Ooh, ribbon flowers. Oh, Mandy. And honestly, you guys, okay. Randy and I have been living in, I guess, quarantine, what other people are considering quarantine, for at least 7 years. Like that's just how we live. Like whenever our state went on lockdown, we were one of the last states in the country to go on lockdown. And they're like, yeah, you can only leave for like, you can get groceries, you can go to the bank, you can pay your bills, you can like, but you can't. And we're like, what else does a person do? Like, I mean, we can't go to Michael's or to watch a movie or to a restaurant. That's it. Those are the only things that we would have been doing. Everything else is completely normal, except for shipping's getting complicated. So international folks, keep an eye on that. But and so that's Randy and I's life, and we love it, but it gets pretty lonely. And so that's just on a regular basis, getting to do these live streams with you guys has always been a huge highlight of our week because we're lonely. We miss you guys. We're like, let's talk to people. Let's hang out. Like, so thank you guys. I'm glad that we've gotten a lot of messages and stuff and people making comments that it's like, thank you for doing this. I'm like, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us because like, if that makes sense. Really? Penny says by June you might not have to bother trips to the P.O. box. How do you, like, are they closing the mail down, or? That would suck. Not gonna lie. Oh no! Kelly says I'm a pent-up extrovert. Oh no! That's rough. That's super rough. Michelle says I just missed the beach. Right? USPS will shut down by June. So like, that sucks. Now, is this confirmed? Is this rumor? Like, oh, okay. was on the news. We don't watch the news. It's so alarmist. Yeah, we don't watch the news like at all. Hey, Callie, thank you for your service. Oh, Nilla, that sounds nice. Your uncle lives in Irving, California, and they still go on walks on the beach. That's really nice. Oh no, Julie, out of peanut M&Ms. Oh. If the federal government doesn't step in, the USPS will be shut down. Well, all we can do is take it a day at a time. That's for future me to worry about. Yeah. Well, bugger. Okay. It's because they say they're running out of money. The USPS is running out of money.
Running out of what?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on my own and find out more about this. Really, again? Because I swear to you guys, we spend like $800 a month shipping. Yeah, no, that's not gonna. I'd like to say that that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get all worked up in a tizzy about it. Fear is the mind killer. Yep. That's true. I understand that, Red Cal, but the thing is, it's like, where is the money that we're buying to ship through USPS? Anyways. What, the regular eggs? How do you mean, Kelly? Bring out the cute feather, right? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, no, they've already adjusted the pricing and stuff. Anyways, I'm too misinformed or uninformed to have an opinion about it. So I'm not going to get upset until either of those things changes. But I can show you guys some beads. Do y'all want to see some beads? Yeah. With gas prices the way that they are, it might actually be cheaper for us to drive the packages to some of you guys. What was it, like $1.20 a gallon of gas the other day? It's like, not since I remember my dad, this was back when, well, obviously when he was still alive, but 20 years ago, complaining that it was $1.20. He was like, never in my life have I seen gas this high. And that was the last time I'd seen it that low. So that being said, okay, let's see. Oop, knocking stuff over. But yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I got like a messy work surface. Gary says $1.07 this morning. Holy smokes, that's nice. I did, Leslie. Sorry, I was whistling. Oh, well, we do have... I know I showed our Patreon folks in Saturday's live stream. But we've been making, and I'm shooting a tutorial. Excuse me, not corona, just allergies. I placed an order to pair wire a week ago. I can't wait to work with it. $2.15, oof. But yeah, we're shooting a tutorial on how to do... No, this is a mess. There's stuff that started, it's getting to where I've just been chunking stuff onto the desk. So I'm gonna put these guys over into my gun bin. You okay, baby?
Yeah.
What's up?
You gonna open this one today?
Yeah. Got another package. That's my honey mustard. Bring it back. I need that. You know, I need it. It's amazing on beads. So we have a package here from, well, I'm not going to show her address. Melissa Coomers. I don't think I pronounced that last name correctly. Ooh. What's in here? What's this? Right? Well, in my experience, gas is only viable for about a year just sitting around. And in my house, it's more of a, not a pino. From one of my favorite seed companies, too. It says, okay to share online. Thank you. Hello. Hello. I came across these seeds during my seed catalog time and couldn't help but get them in thinking of your inability to eat hot stuff. I thought of what a fun way to say aha to the spicy food gods. Whether or not you get to grow them this year or if you want to give them to someone else to try growing. No, bitch, I'm growing these. Know at least that a nutapeno exists, and that's pretty funny. I've never tried them. If you try growing them, please post a taste test. Ooh, yeah. Thanks as always for being you and doing what you do, Shepherdess. Aw, Shepherdess, thank you. And yeah, you bet your butt cheeks I'm going to be growing these. A lot of my other peppers that I had planted didn't sprout. I think the seeds were too old. So I have a lot of cups and a lot of garden space available. Ooh. Ann Salter says, wish I was organized. This lockdown is giving me time to concentrate on my craft room. Ooh. Yeah, and that's the struggle's real on that one. Let me go put this with my seeds. I will be right back. And that's the thing in trying to stay organized is just having a place to put things. Okay. Just having Judy has sent us so many beautiful beads. Like I am on cloud 9. Or one of those clouds. I'm gonna be setting a bunch of beads over in this tray. Oh my gosh. To sort them and find them new homes in my bead collection. Putting my pliers into the plier cup. Hey Jean. But no, this is this little octopus cup. Randy had a condition whenever he bought this for me. He was like, I'm going to get this for you, but you are never allowed to drink out of it. And I was like, what? Why? He was like, because it's going to be impossible to wash. And I'm like, oh, that's very fair. So it's my octopus is holding all of my pliers, which makes me pretty happy. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Is Callie inside or out?
She's outside.
Okay. And these beautiful ones from Boomer Bob. I let her out this morning, but I'm just hearing honking, and I worry that she's being a little butthole and standing in the middle of the road or something. Ooh, I found another craft knife. Okay. 8 arms, 8 pliers, right? Oh. Bead envy. Yeah. No, and check out these, is it ocean jasper or a picture jasper? I can't remember. Y'all, I don't know what I did to get in Judy's good graces, but man, it's like I've got Santa on one shoulder and an angel on the other. But those will need to get put away. And I'm kind of just stacking all of these guys here. It's I hoped that by putting them directly in front of me, it would shame me into working with them. Has not been the case, apparently. Because I still haven't made anything out of them. But I did want to show you guys. Oh, there's a big old Vaughn bunny. Just a clump of hair. So I'm doing a little bit of a private art project. These beads will be going out, ow, in Patreon kits. Ouch. Stop stabbing myself with a needle. This is ridiculous. But I wanted to test them and make sure that the annealing held up well. Ooh! I'm sorry, I haven't... I guess I'm just getting ignored about the ventilation stuff then? What are you talking about, Ashley? Where's that? We are doing a giveaway. I don't see any comments. Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the screen. And since I start to unpack hauls of beads and get waylaid with ideas of what to make and then end up doing nothing, oh no! That struggle is pretty real. Pretty real. Baking has become my new hobby while on quarantine, having a hard time finding flour though. Yeah, we got really lucky that we had snagged some flour before. Did you see the ventilation stuff I posted for you on Discord? I haven't. What thread did you post it on? Let's see. I get so overwhelmed in Discord sometimes with, well, I'm looking directly at it. Okay, questions for Vaughn. Right on. Do what, love?
Cut lines.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, we have a, we have a ventilation fan actually on the way that I think will hold up to... Do I even have him?
Hey, what did you name the thing?
Cut line for rack. It's on the desktop. Is that what you were asking? Okay. No, Ashley, I would never ignore you. By the way, just so you know. Sorry about the amount of channels in the Discord. It's okay, Daniel. And I understand that a lot of them, like, it's good that they're there. I just personally, like, I get very overwhelmed if there's more than like one chat room, and I'll click on, it'll be like, hey, this person is like mentioned you, like done the at Yvonne Williams, and I'll click on it and it'll just take me to Discord, and then I won't be able to find like where it's tagged, if that's the right word. And so I just get like, and then I get sidetracked. So give me just a moment.
Saying hello to Sam.
Oh, he's a good boy. Let me log in real quick. I didn't need a ventilator, so others who need are having my bed. Right on, Bev. I'm most muted. I only have the main ones not muted. Gotcha.
Alright, lady.
Yeah, Bev? What's up?
Is it time for the giveaway?
Yes. I have not made the purple beads yet. I'm waiting on my ventilation to get here. I'm just trying to log in. Will you please just let me log in? Give me just a sec, y'all. Ooh, in the UK. Did you make the purple beads yet? How's Admiral Todd? J-Max, Admiral Todd has been out doing his toad call for ladies last night. All right, on it. I'll show you guys these in just a sec. Yes, it is giveaway time, isn't it? Excellent. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys Ashley in particular. Oh, where'd it go? This is the inline fan that we got. And based off of the dimensions of our room, like we're in 1,000 square foot room, and this one moves 1,060 cubic feet per minute. So we were gonna have that, kind of collecting. We already have the kind of the collector, like the bell that's gonna be right over by my station, where I'm using my torch. So, as far as I understand it from what I've read, this should take care of us for our ventilation. Blue dog. Yeah, Harry. And thank you for that. Okay. It's giveaway time. If you haven't yet, be sure to leave a comment on last week's giveaway. I know we're like 6 minutes past, but... Oh, what I get stuck on? Hey. He's like, don't run into me.
Alright, you ready?
Yes. So today, we are giving away...
A Z-Dog.
No. I can't mail a Z-Dog. We're giving away some of the cutouts and resin and wood cutout laser cutting stuff that we had done last month in Patreon, was it? Might have been the month before. It was February. But yeah, we had one left over, so that I found cleaning. So we are on, yes, we're on a random comment picker. How many?
We're up to 89 comments.
89 comments. Let's go ahead and do it. It's been 6 minutes over.
It's been
So,
ready?
Random comment picker, and yes. Amy Rowlett says, I swear, just watching the live stream for a second time, and you both are so awesome. Thank you for all you've done, keeping us halfway sane through this crap. We're doing our best for sure. So if you can send us an email to creations@yahoo.com with your YouTube screen name and your shipping address of where you would like for us to mail to, we'll get that mailed off to you. And if we don't hear from our giveaway winners within like 30 days of them winning, it just goes right back into the giveaway pool. I'm not good enough at keeping track of stuff. Hey, a pile of honey mustard from Kurger Bing.
Put that back.
No, it's mine. Congratulations, Amy. And we'll be doing another giveaway next week. So after this live stream is over, y'all be sure to leave a comment. That way your name gets put into the hat. Ooh, I just went over.
Hey,
Bubble
where you
wrap.
going?
What? Just over here. What's up?
You got more
I had
work
to.
to do.
I had to take my honey mustard.
You've got more work to do.
What? Will you take my honey mustard? What work am I doing? Okay. Back into the other room. What up? Oh, y'all want to see how we use the Glowforge? I had forgotten. And I think I got sunburnt again. Honey mustard from Kurt Cobain? Nah.
Something like that.
Okay, so we're going to be in here on Inkscape. And I'm going to zoom in real far. And I'm going to use this tool. And I'm going to grab... Where's my thingy at? That one. And I'm going to do a straight line out that way. Nope. Nope. I'm going to use that tool. And I'm going to grab it. How do I... Nope. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, gosh. Control Z. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad that that's a thing. So, yeah, I'm just going to do a Bezier curve or whatever. That looks pretty straight, right? I don't know how to make a straight line in Inkscape, clearly. What, Randy? Okay. File, save. And now we'll go over to Inkscape. Clear that out and upload. Cut line for rack. Processing. Honey mustard with pestle crisps. Ooh. Okay, so this is, we have this now, and it will recognize it as artwork. Fantastic. And I'm lining it up just as close to the edge as I can, and then we'll click print, and it normally jumps a little bit, so we'll have to see, because like right now it's right there. I don't think I ran over a Z-Dog.
Very important.
Oh, Lindsay just got done painting old bricks with my daughter to decorate our garden. That's really cool. Ashley says I'm refinishing my kitchen cabinets. Busy, busy. Yeah, it does look curved. It's because it's got like a fisheye lens in the middle, and it's very annoying. But that way it can see the whole thing. But even though it's distorted right now, it'll come out okay. So it says 6 minutes and 13 seconds. The magic time. Let's go press the button. Yeah, I have got to sort this room. Okay, the button. Do y'all want to watch it? It's like, it's very ASMR, but just very loud. So... press the button. Okay, this is gonna take literally 6 minutes, so I'm gonna go into the other room. I touched the button. We're making a thingy to store. I pushed the button. My rods in for Lampwork glass. Randy had gotten me a ton of Lampwork glass rods, like 104 COE rods for Christmas, as well as this lovely kiln. And we were actually able, to get the electric put in. The guy had quoted us, like I'm not in the slightest exaggerating or kidding. The guy quoted us $800 to put this in. And with our friend's help, it took 2 hours and $50 in materials. So fortunately, we were only out $50, and we have a new breaker just for the kiln. And it has been working phenomenally. But right now, I'm storing my glass hidden away in this drawer, and it's breaking my heart. I've got right there, and then also underneath this artwork, we have all of our reds and golds and stuff. And so I was gonna get some PVC pipe and just like kind of make like using wire grids that we use for in the booth, make a square and fill it up with PVC pipe and just put the rods in there. And Randy's like, I don't want to have to break quarantine any more than what we already have. We have the wood in stock, thanks to Judy, and let's just make one. And I was like, okay. So I started designing it, and he walked by and he's like, what are you doing? Because I am not trained, and I don't think it was gonna be horrible. Like, I'm so glad Randy stepped in. Need to watch Plucky Duck from Animaniacs. Sorry about spelling, but it's called The Elevator. Go down. It's cute and adorable and funny. Right on. I'll have to check that out. you better start selling diamond cabs. What's a diamond cab? Like the shape? Or, I don't know. Keep her chatting, people. I'm going in for the beads. I miss my glass and glass shop. We're closed down for another 30 days. Oh, Ashley. It's a huge blessing to have friends like that, for sure, Nanzilla. Like, yeah, the glass stash. But I wanna bring all the glass out so we can touch it and look at it. It is so pretty. And I want to put it in a spot where the light's going through it. So that, ooh, that'd be so cool. But I cannot wait to tackle the purples and stuff. But that reminds me, I wanted to show you guys. Batman. Okay, let me flip this around. I wanted to show you guys the project that we're doing.
Why don't they go down the hole?
Is that what that is?
Keys go down the hole.
Keys go down the hole. Okay. I can, Julia. The kiln will work for firing metal clay as well, which I'm very excited about. We can also do glass fusing in it. It gets up to 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. So, but this was, okay, these guys here still haven't been annealed. These were from over a year ago when I was very first gifted my torch. And let me see. Oh no, they're not refunding the tickets, Jim, sorry. That's joke. Okay, I'm gonna turn this so that but yeah, I wanted you guys to be able to see the light going through the beads. So these are my very first beads. Actually, I think these two are my very, very first beads. And I had made some little, like, mushrooms. You alright, babe?
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Just everything.
Oh, it spilled out of the Dremel. But, and then I had made almost twice as many as this, but they kept breaking. And that's whenever I found out it really was just vitally important to anneal. So, like, cooling it in the fiber cloth was not going to cut it. So this was, a year later, my first batch of beads. And you can see they're kind of lumpy and misshapen, and I burnt, I don't think that's the right term, but these two were made with this glass.
You just didn't believe hard enough.
I just didn't... Hey.
Hey.
Can you touch my face?
Sure.
Does it feel warm to you?
Feels like a face.
Can you...
Can you what?
Did it feel warm? Do I have a sunburn or a fever?
Yeah,
like, am I
got a
dying?
sunburn.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Back to talking about beads. Squoosh.
Alright, let's see how well it worked out.
Mm-hmm. But, so again, this one's kind of lumpy. I don't mind the air bubbles a bit. But I think maybe it was a reduction flame. Is that something that, I don't know. But, like, what's up? So these two. That was the same glass. Yeah?
Is there any way to set this to do multiple passes? Because that's half the board.
Really? Son of... Yeah, we could set it to do 2.
Let's do 2.
Yeah, it didn't cut through, like, at all on this one. What the heck?
So I'm going to be working on this one.
Here, can I try lighting it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Because it hasn't been jumping since the new software.
Yeah, they did do an update, didn't they? Well, I don't know. They did an update, and ever since the update, actually, I'm making a correlation just now. It hasn't been cutting through. So I don't know, the setting that we did have it on, since it's a non-proof grade material, just isn't cutting it anymore. Like literally. It's not cutting it anymore ever since the update, even though it's on the same. And I hadn't made the Ooh, can I have a sip of your soda? It looks so good.
It's because it's mine.
Oh man.
Rub it in, rub it in.
Oh my god, that's delicious though. Okay, that was like my first sip of soda in probably.
A week.
Do Coke Ices count as soda?
It's been over a week.
Has it? I don't know, it just hits different when it's Randy's. Okay. So we're gonna do some more. This is Randy watching me on the internet. So I'm gonna take the glow forge and we're gonna line this up. I don't think this is gonna let me line up.
Try to hit the middle. There you go.
Okay, you want me to just do it like that again?
I mean, worst case scenario, we just cut another board.
Okay. You want to flip it around, and we'll just use this as a test board, and I'll cut on the other side and try a different setting.
Sure.
Just to see until we, they've got thick draft board, but they have like dummy thick draft board, is what I'm wondering. So, I think it should cost more as character. Well, I'm glad y'all feel that way. Through the backwash and ready soda. You know, honestly, probably people pay extra for coffee that's been like eaten and pooped out by like those lemurs or whatever.
Geese.
Not geese. I don't know, probably. So I wouldn't doubt if I'm like, Randy mouth. Do you need a glass bead leaf press? I have an extra pair I was going to send you, but wanted to know if you have one already.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, Suzette, that would be amazing because I do not have one. And Randy just last night was like, do they have like pliers that do that? And I'm like, I think they've got like mashers that look like leaves. I'm not gonna lie, I'll send you a leaf bead that I make with it. I mean, I don't want to just be like, yeah, send me free stuff, even though that's what people do a lot. But I want to equivalent exchange this stuff. Okay. It seems to be pretty off center.
off to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't register. It's like you can move it like a half an inch
So-
to the right.
Is it, you click here, and that's where you figure out your multiple passes that you custom,
Yeah.
but it's going to clear out the laser settings. So, I don't know.
Let's try it. I've got it on thick draft board instead of thing. And this is what we do all day. Is fight with the glow forge to be like, what about now? Will it acknowledge our changes now? Well, an equivalent exchange with auctions and beautiful jewelry. Oh, Alyssa. Sorry, gotta go, but alright. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Harry.
How about that?
That looks perfect, honey. Okay, let's.
Thick draft board.
Yeah. Really? It's like no artwork.
What you mean no? It's right there. Right. Alright, so in another 6 minutes we'll figure it out.
Yep. And if not, then we'll put it into manual instead of multiple passes. So, thanks for hanging out with us, Melissa. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop. Yeah, I want to show you all the progress we've been making. Which I thought the mailman already came today. Bev. Okay, so in order here we have, and I'm making kind of a whole curtain almost of the different, this was batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4. And I'm going to be going through, I think, a progression of rainbow. So like 4 of one color, 4 of purple, 4 of red, 4 of orange, yellow, green, and kind of I'll probably fit the pinks and stuff in between the purple and the red. But that way I can force myself to experiment with colors that maybe I don't feel naturally drawn to personally, or it's something like that. But for day 2, I really wanted to start. I discovered working with my torch that if it gets overly cold, the pressure in the canister drops, and so the flame gets colder and colder, or smaller and smaller. Oh, this one's got a crack in it too. And also, I thought you'd brought me cookies. Oh, son of a bitch. You heard me get excited too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way disappointment feels. Come here, doggies. These are from Manaya. Thank you. She sent some. Oh, I have a nibble. Oh, that is not as good as what it smells like. Okay, you got a bite of puppies. This is from Manaya, so thank you, Manaya. Oh, you gotta sit. Nom, 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 nom. They're good boys. Such good doggos. Such a good boy. I love you guys so much. Say thank you, Manaya. Thank you. Nom, 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 nom. You couple of bums. I legit thought Randy had brought me cookies, and I was like, what did I do to deserve cookies? And he's like, nothing. These are for the dogs. Sam's like, 1, that's it? I know, that's how I always feel about cookies too, Sam. But I wanted to just be able to kind of track the progression between, Sam Dog's doing great, Julie. He's done with his pain medicine, he's done with his antibiotics, he's had his sutures removed, and he seems to be pretty much back to his old self, except for that his fur hasn't grown in all the way yet. But I really we started getting a little bit better at making almost consistently sized beads here. And then we started to get more into making some different designs. Again, that color reduces if I move it too close into the flame. This was supposed to have like pale blue dots, but they all burnt. But I was really pleased with how this one came out. And I really liked this one. But I'm discovering that the Devardi glass, I had legit thought that I was just like very, very bad at this. And then, one of y'all, I can never keep the name straight. One of y'all sent me, Dark Hat, I think, sent me some forum threads about, right on, hey Manaya, about other people who were having problems with Devardi glass, having a lot of air bubbles, having a lot of impurities that kind of show up as color spots in your beads and different things. And it was very validating and made me feel like I wasn't alone, but they were like, it's really hard to work with. Like, and while it's the most affordable glass on the market, you could pay truly a small amount more for like Delphi glass or Mountain Glass. I don't think that's the name of the company, but it's 3 words and 2 of them are mountain and glass, but I can't remember the other word. You can pay very slightly more and get a very high quality glass that you can just about stick directly into the flame. So, but I'm going to try to build up our bead inventory, and I wanted to kind of see like my first session at the torch versus my 5th versus my 10th versus my 100th. And I'm going to do a curtain of 100 torch sessions, and kind of see, some of them bubble badly if you heat them up too much or too quickly. Okay, that's good to know, Deb. And I can't wait to just learn and like and make the beads, all the beads. And we were packaging up some orders today from the auction, and one of them was this really beautiful quartz crystal. Like the beads were so clear and nice, and like had just a little bit of that quartz texture in it. And it hit me. I was like, oh, I can make my own beads for a star flower. Ah! So I'm gonna try, maybe not for this month, but maybe for May. We'll see. And it might just be for our very highest tier folks. But I want to put in the stuff to be able to do starflower kits where it's 5 lampwork beads to where you can make your own starflower. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Oh, well, thanks, Lydia. So do you only use the 104 COE? I do right now, Christy. I use a hothead torch, so I don't think it gets hot enough for the borosilicate glass, like the 33 COE. And so for now, I don't feel limited, but I think I am limited to just the 104 COE, and that's everything that we've invested in so far is the soft glass. So I'm really excited about that. Discovered my kitten adores the coin anklet and how it jingles. He chases me everywhere. I have to make it a necklace to avoid feet attacks. And then he comes at your face. And wire wrapped rings. That's a really good point. Sidebar. Do you cool store or can any of your root veggies? I do a lot of canning. In years past, honestly, Randy and I maintain our, not rutabaga, what's the word? Rubenesque figures. No, it's, I maintain my rutabaga figure by just eat rutabagas. By just, sorry, we were watching Julia Child. By just eating it all. Before we really had much time. We can't store stuff in our basement that's not canned because it will just get eaten by the possum and groundhog that live under our house, apparently. We found that out. So we do have a little bit of like cool-ish storage just there in our kitchen, but it's not more than like a month's worth of fresh produce probably at a given time, and if it starts to get a little soft or something, then we can it. We also do a lot of freezing too. Deb says, try a cream with a solid turquoise decoration. Many will form a thin brown outline of the blue that I love. I've seen, I was on Pinterest for a few hours last night whenever I came in from the garden, and I was seeing some really cool examples of that reaction that you're talking about, Deb. You need to do more artwork. Jen wants some. I think I should do that. I agree. Rutabaga. Oh, I love Roots and Refuge. Also Rise and Shine. No, that's Roots and Refuge. What's her name? She's a British lady, I think. Something that has a fancy accent like that. Do they have names? Who? Would go great in an auction. Maybe. Do Pinterest for a whole day and part of the night and is gone. Yep. I have that same water thing in blue. Yeah. I like it because it keeps the dog fur out. Oh, the basement possum. No, I have some very real issues with, because we also have squirrels and grackles living in our attic. So there are too many people living in my house who are not paying rent. Turnips and rutabaga get soft when canned. Right on. Well, I don't grow either of those, so fortunately I don't think I'll have to worry about that too much. But we're waiting on some stiff bristled pipe cleaners to get here before we clean out the centers of these beads. I don't know. I'm excited. It feels like falling in love all over again. And this is something that is just never in my life have I done something that feels so much like true and actual alchemy, just magic, like wizardry, as whenever I work with Lampwork glass. So, on to my true love wire wrapping. Getting more of these guys made for our auction. Check out the purple on that rainbow fluorite. I was like, what's it called? In the cave and get one so I can see that bird. Ooh, the Glowforge just stopped. Field trip. Time to run through the house. Run, Z. No, I wanted to...
What are you doing?
I wanted to see if it worked.
Well, I was gonna see if it worked as well.
Oh, can we watch? That looks pretty good.
Hey,
yeah.
that
Okay.
is promising. Cool. So just right there.
Yep. Cool. So it didn't quite go all the way to the edges, because I can go into Inkscape and make it just a little bit wider
If
too.
you make it too long, then it's.
It'll freak out.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I'll load up another one.
How about I load it?
Okay.
You know how to load it up?
No. I'll take this from you with my hand.
Pro tip.
Okay. Hey, that one's already been cut.
I know, they've all been cut.
Oh. But except we'll need to do one to replace this one.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Alright, so you've got your little patterns here
Mm-hmm.
on the thing. I go 1 row up and 4 rows over.
And that way it lines up with where you had it positioned prior.
Hopefully.
We'll see. Can I press the button?
If you want.
Yeah, I love pressing the button. We are making, I'll show you on this one, because we'll get to test the theory. We're making an organizer for, and this one is scrap now. Like, it got cut.
Bit to the right.
Move it a bit to the right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like maybe 1 row. Wait! Wow, that was lucky.
Mm-hmm. 1 row of dots. Scanning? I gotta press the button, press the button.
Yeah.
Gotta press it. It's not lit up yet.
We'll see. Alright.
Okay. He's hitting print, guys. But yeah, so right here actually is the camera. So the farther away your design is from the center where the camera is, the more distorted it looks. But need to wash it. You pressed print, right? If you touch it before I touch it, Randy, you're not allowed. No.
Press button.
No! I got it. Yes, huh? Yes, huh? Ouch. I did. Yes, huh? I keep saying we need to get out more. You've left the house exactly the normal amount. Where'd the other one go? Oh, well, it just broke off.
Yeah.
That's the second one we cut, right?
Yeah.
Where'd the first one go?
Right here.
Oh. Oh! Can we, oh, this is gonna sound weird, but can we do it on the table?
Yeah, I guess we can do it on the table.
Let's do it in the middle.
Which one's the middle?
I don't know. Let me see.
Let's just-
Let me touch it. There's not a proper middle.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's why I'm doing it on the edge.
A glory.
What are you doing?
On the middle-ish.
What did we just conclude?
They're not.
No.
Or did it mean to have that little bit of overlap?
Yes.
Why?
Because if I had put it all the way to the middle, like I was going to do.
Uh-huh.
I was drawing it on Inkscape. You told me not to.
It just looked like it was going like this far from the edge.
Which would have been fun too.
Is this okay?
Yes, it's fine.
You know what? If they're all like that, it should be just fine, right?
Exactly.
Maybe if we went just a little far.
Oh my god.
Please don't cry.
I'm never building a house with you. Ever.
But yeah, it's for the glass rods. Don't cry. Smiling and waving at you isn't helping, is
No.
it? Okay.
So, do you want to...
I just feel like if we went like a quarter of an inch farther in, if
Just gonna fit like that.
if we could have it be flush. Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? You're saying, can we? And I'm saying it'll be fine. Then you're saying, but can we? And I'm saying that it'll be just fine. So you're clearly not going to settle for anything less than yes, dear. We can do it the way you want to do.
This will be fine, and you don't have to redo the image or anything. It'll just be poking out weird.
It won't be poking out weird. That's the test one. They're all going to be that far.
Because this has that extra bit.
Yes.
So it's going to be poking out that far.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay. I'm going to go back over here now. I love you. Thank you for everything you do for me. I'm going to go back over here. Alyssa says there's a lot of character. I do think it's going to be great. And honestly, having it recessed just a little bit will make it easier to get my fingers in there to grab the stuff. So I think it'll be perfect, actually. Hey, Lisa. Aw, she's new here. Just found your channel. You've inspired me. Love everything you create. Well, thank you. What kind of stuff are you crafting? Sorry, we didn't mean to fight on camera.
Oh my god, that wasn't a fight.
Why are you always yelling at me, Randy? So yeah, so we'll do 28 boards total. That's as close as we like to get.
That is not a fight.
And now we're fighting about
Z, you and me are moving out, buddy.
You can't, it's quarantine. You literally cannot leave me. Do what?
We're gonna go live in the van.
Oh goodness. You know, it's occurring to me. There's somebody else who lived with us before who moved out into their van. Am I just hard to be around? Oops. Oh, Daniel would like a cup of coffee.
I see that, but I'm ignoring it.
If you make him one, could you make me one too? Please. I still can't get over that somebody was like, if you keep bothering Randy for coffee, he's gonna leave your ass. I mean, they didn't say it like that, but it was basically.
Daniel, I heard that.
In the van down by the river, yep. Okay, where is my pen? Yeah, that was something that I love my stepped mandrel, but the lengths just aren't quite long enough, so I just started using a mechanical pencil. Also, a knitting needle would have been perfect. Because the mechanical pencil actually squishes a bit. Oh, well, thank you guys. I like Randy. He's pretty good. Ooh, Lisa works at Hobby Lobby. Right on. I hear you grumbling in there. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. I got my charger. What stone is in the square one, like colored bottom right? I'm not entirely certain what this is. It might be an agate or a quartz, or maybe, I don't know. It doesn't have any of the characteristic flashes of a moonstone. It might actually be a moonstone, just not a rainbow moonstone. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually. A milky quartz. Don't judge him, honey. He can smell like spam if he wants to. Because he's a good dog. All good dogs smell like spam. We're going to have to get it wrapped before it can go find a new home. Ooh. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it. I think a copper or a vintage bronze would look really nice. It's a little paler actually than what my camera's picking up on currently. I think a little bit more of like a creamy white. Adventure says my dog smells like Fritos. Sam and Z have Frito feet for sure. Okay. So I'm bending these guys backward. And then wrapping around once. And then twice. And once. And around twice. And then while the mandrel's still in there, everything nice and cinched. And then I'm just going to come around and feed up through the back. Boop. And just, I mean, really just tug the heck out of it, I guess. And I do like to go ahead and give it a bend of where I'd like for it to end up being. Oh, you're good, Anne. My cat smells like judgment and hate. Well, it's typical cat for you, though. My cat smells like sardine oil. Okay. Don't know why I bothered painting my fingernails. Okay, so I'm gonna... Yeah, if you don't do that bend first, the wire can start getting kind of weird on you. Also, just a reminder for those of y'all who might not have been in here earlier, we are going to be doing a live stream as part of EriDaniCon on Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, kind of when our live streams normally start, but on Friday. And we're focusing on scale mail. Ember's a mutt. She was a rescue, so she's a tortoise shell, but I don't think she's a specific breed of any sort. She's just kind of, I think it was our neighbors who had put her out onto the porch because she had come of breeding age but wasn't fixed, like a spade. So she was like marking and peeing outside of the litter box and stuff. And I think they had just gotten her from the pound. Well, thanks, Lydia. What did you call the Friday tutorial? We're gonna be covering scale mail, which is like chain mail, but where you weave those little scales as well. And it's part of EridaniCon, which is our friends with Eridani Studios who make those really cool prosthetic elf ears. Since so many of the conventions, well, all of the conventions are canceled, and so many of our vendor friends are kind of losing their minds. Like, understandably, there's no work. We're out of work during our busiest time of year. They had put this together, and I'm really honored to be participating. Huh? The air conditioner? It's the heat's cranking up outside.
It must be.
I think I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. I'll be right back, you guys. In the meantime, I'll try to post the link up on Discord when she goes live. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Let me get some Zen sand art going for you guys. It's just stuck there, isn't it? When your Zen isn't Zen enough, just whack it. I don't think there's any foodstuffs that we're having a trouble. I don't know. Randy and I have like 2 months worth of food in the house if we like to stay nice and Rubenesque. Hey, Randy. Will you sit here and hang out with these kind folks so I can make myself a cup of coffee?
I can make you go.
You don't gotta. I can do. Thank you. Okay, well, never mind. Randy is making me a cup of coffee because he is amazing. What? Poof? No! Oh, I fell into his wizard trap. Really, mistress? She says our town has nothing. All the people grab everything before we can even get there. It's malfunctioning. It's a sand art thingy that the sand falls at different rates, and these are like oil, I think. So you can kind of see, and so the black and white sands fall at different rates, and it makes like really pretty art, and it's just a great thing to, if I'm ever feeling like I need to zone out and I don't want to just mindlessly scroll through Instagram or be on Pinterest or something. Like if I want to like focus on my breathing or something. Woo! Squirrel says Ember is a dilute tortoiseshell domestic short hair feline. Right on. She's a chonker and I love her. But yeah, the power of my bubbles. Oh, look at that sand falling. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's gonna be on scale mail, which is weaving scales, little metal scales together, and we're gonna be making a bunch of bracelets. I ordered from the Ringlord jump rings and scales. Going to make earrings. Need larger ones. What size are scales and jump rings to use? For their small scales, like their 1-inch ones, we use 16 or 18 gauge 3/16 inch rings, and for their large scales or the I can't remember the measurement off the top of my head, but we use the 16 gauge 5/16. It will say on the product description on the Ringlord's website what size ring they recommend to use, because it has that info on there. So I hope that that's helpful to you. I kind of want to wrap this moon, actually. Hey, Holly. My kitty Eastbound just had quintuplets. Whoo, those little kittens. How should we wrap this? Should we have it like this? Or like this? Or like this? Not being renewed as a constant daylight that does something to them that won't let the sand feed down right. Not clue if that's true. Well, it seems to be true because is it irreplaceable? Like irreparable? I hope not, because I really liked the sandscape. Yeah, we haven't been able to get toilet paper since this began. So, well, I'll just whack it a bunch. Which also, coincidentally, relieves stress. So either way, the sandscape is doing its job of relieving stress. We're going to be using their small scales or their 1 inch, so we're going to be weaving it with the 18 gauge 3/16. Leon says whack it again. I don't know. My poor sandscape. Oh, jeez. It's okay. Everything's okay. I didn't break it. I broke it. Oh, no. No, it's all better. Randy, I'm so glad that you love me. I'm so sorry that I'm like this. Upside down? Yeah, same here, Kristen. It evaporates in the sunshine. Ooh! Get your visas ready. We'll check that out, Jim. No, with the tiny ones, I don't know. What the heck is this? We don't know either. The beatings will continue until morale improves.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna make a coil.
Oh.
What's up, love?
You may have to just drink around the,
What'd you do to my coffee?
I didn't do nothing, but I think your reusable pod maybe didn't.
Oh, it totally pooped a bunch of coffee grounds into my coffee. Y'all. It's gonna be a gritty kitty cup of coffee. That's alright. Yes.
Let's go.
These are the small scales.
Yeah, for making bracelets.
Yes, these are what we'll be using. Now, I call them 18 gauge because whenever we're working with chainmail, I usually talk in standard wire gauge unless it's quite thin, and then I'm using American wire gauge. So.
Yeah, 18 gauge 3/16.
Poop. It's, I don't know, fiber. I've got more fiber in my coffee now. I'm on the air. Okay, so I'm gonna pull off like a cowboy coffee. Hardcore coffee drinker. I just need it in my body. What does that bag run you typically? I think that was like what, $16 for a half pound? Or was that one a huh? Right on. Also, if you guys go to our toolkit, if you do !toolkit, it'll take you to our website where you can see we have a chainmail tab that actually links you directly to all of those things.
Now, wait a minute.
What up, love?
I guess he doesn't have any up on his site right now.
Honestly,
on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only get the 16 gauge 5/16.
His stock might be depleted.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Right on, Kristen. You have a good night. And also, you can get them from the Ring Lord as well. Unless their stock's down too. So I'm going to do just one of our regular, I'll do a practice wrap on this guy because I really like that one. But I'm going to do just our regular wrap, but with it being coiled. I find it's a lot faster for me to coil if I do it close to the tip and then kind of keep pushing it down towards where the rest of my wire is. And also sometimes where I'm handling the wire will get a little work hardened. I'm using 18 gauge as the core and wrapping with a 28 gauge. Yeah, these are resin. No, on Etsy, I found a seller from Russia who makes lampwork mandrels so that it's like in the different shapes, and one of them's a crescent moon, and that way you can make lampwork beads kind of in this shape. But I cannot wait to just completely immerse myself in the world of lampwork glass. And I'm waiting for the ventilator to get here. Are we showing good ways to make jewelry and a good family woman? Thanks for showing us how to make good things for your wives and caring about those viewership. Right on. I don't know if I'd call myself a good family woman, but thank you though. Glass is super duper fascinating. Like it blows my mind. I cannot wait to I've been watching. Oh, that's a really good idea, Julie. How about a chick magnet? Yeah. Baby chicks love me. Chickens, to specify. They don't want this to get weird. Yeah, no, I don't know. I like to pretend to be domesticated sometimes. Like, I have an apron and a rolling pin. I guess I am getting kind of domesticated. Oh, you know, it'd be super cute. Would be a little starflower. I want to see how tiny of a starflower I can make. I almost wish I had some like 30 gauge wire with oh, Penny, that's a valid point. And I try to ignore the fact that there's 200 people in here watching me be a doofus. So shout out to all of our folks who are just lurking. You can make a glass star to hang from the resin. That would be really cool, Jules. I don't know if that's in my my skill set just yet. Randy has 2 rolling pins. He has stone rolling pins, which I like the concept of, but man, it's just exhausting to use them. As an extrovert, I envy you. I'm an introvert with learned extrovert behaviors. Like I was the 4th child in a family that it's like you could not survive being shy and introverted. So, but I do like to be like a little social butterfly, but then I like to go back to my cocoon. But I also don't like labels. I think they're limiting and can be toxic. The link to that moon mold is no longer available. It made me sad because it's an awesome mold. Really? That'll be the 2nd time that we'll need to. The manufacturer seems to keep running out and then relisting it under a different listing, so it's kind of hard to keep up. But if you just search, they even have them on Etsy, silicone moon molds. Moon mold. Jules says my calluses are coming along nicely. Oh, an ambivert, really? That's what it's called? Because I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like medication. For like allergies. Ambivert? I guess because it's Ambien and Alivert.
When you want to stay home and don't give a shit.
Ah. Ambivert. That is good to know. I'm an innie, says Jim. I wonder if it's drinking temperature yet. Nope. Yeah, this is my first burn, by the way, you guys. From my torch. Shout out to received. Well, hey, Pink Cut. Yeah. I feel like I have been, I hazed myself into part of the Torchwork Club. I've been burned, and I had a piece of glass pop and melt through the electric blanket that I was wearing because it was cold because the window was open. And it didn't just burn through the fabric, it burnt through the wire, so now we can't use the electric blanket. And I was going to take it apart and try to just resolder in a piece of fresh wire and do like some tube casing, but Randy was like, Yvonne, let it go. It's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. What are you doing?
I can't hear a word you're saying in there.
Yeah, I know that fans are so loud.
Between the Glowforge and the air conditioner.
Mm-hmm. I was talking about the glass popping and melting through the wire on the blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still the nice thing about an electric blanket is if you unplug it, it's like at the escalator of blankets. It suddenly just becomes a blanket.
Sorry for your convenience.
Mm-hmm. I get gel burn pads or oh wait, I've got aloe and like I broke off an aloe leaf. Putting my hippie skills to work. Okay, so one arm span only got me, oh, how many inches is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 inches. So I'm gonna do a whole nother arm span.
If only we knew somebody who could make a leather apron.
Yeah, if only.
If only.
Yep. No, I'm gonna be making myself a leather apron with a very wide skirt and quite possibly some arm sleeves. We'll see. Cause man, I hate getting burnt. It makes me so mad. Excuse me. Aloe and alcohol equals sanitizer. So if I mix up a vodka and aloe martini, I'll be sanitized.
On the inside.
On the inside? Good. That's where I need it.
Just take a shower. It's dirty on the inside.
Dirty on the inside. Okay, so the way that I'm going to splice in... you'll be ferrying next. Oh, I hope so. It is a goal. Like, I'm not going to lie, you guys. Okay, I hardcore want to get Randy into blacksmithing because he already has, like, super beefy, somehow video gamer arms. And if I could get him to do blacksmithing and wear, like, a utility belt, I will be in the next level of fantasy realm. Like, not even kidding. So, yeah, just he said he can't hear me. So wait, did you put the sound on? Hey, take your headphones off. No, don't look at me like that. I love you. Uh-huh. He says. Okay. No, you know what I mean though. Like they get like video gamers have like very console gamers specifically have like specific muscles in their forearms that are just juicy. Like, I'm very lucky to have a preference for gamer boys. Though, us, honestly, like, hairy 30-year-old gamer men are my favorite. Yeah. I feel really happy that 15 years into it.
I can't be that.
You can, though. We just have to get you an anvil. You don't even have to make anything. I just want you to hit the anvil with the hammer. Just play the role, Randy. Rebel says I heard juicy and my YouTube crashed. I should probably stop talking before I get myself into trouble. So I'm just gonna sip my coffee. Cheers, y'all. Alyssa, no, straight up. See, Kitty says being isolated is making everyone thirsty. What's the what would be the term for that thirsty crafter over there? A tea cat? When they want your beads. I will cling to that as an excuse, see, Kitty. I was watching you wire wrap that giant heart out loud, and I said you had muscular fingers. I do kind of got beefy little sausage hands, but that's okay. How is coffee going to make you more sensible? Shh. Hush, Daniel. Shh. Adventure says, I love my hairy gamer, right? Like, the fuzzier, the better. It's like petting Sam Dog. But it's a sentient human being who brings me coffee. So, you could model Randy on stream and we could bid on him for a picture. Oh my god. No, I mean, let's not do anything that, you know. I say as I'm over here, like, heavy breathing. Kathy says, I need a hairy gamer. Well, and the nice thing about gamers is that whenever I get into a craft binge, Randy's never like, hey, let's go out and do something. He's doing what he likes over there playing his video game, and I can be sitting next to him on the couch and he's playing his video game and I'm making my crafty stuff, and it feels like it works out. Hey, that's a wasp. I thought it was a bumblebee. I was excited for a minute. Jamie says, I have a 6'5" hunky hubby gamer and he's a welder, very strong arms. Get it, girl. Well done. Piggies, you are awful. Be good. I'm trying to. Someone said I was good waifu material, and so I had to prove them wrong. Mister says my husband has a freaking pelt. I have to shave him like a goat once a year. Right on.
I resemble that statement.
Randy says he resembles that statement. Jules says sigh at strong arms. And Randy's just like, I just love when she holds me in her fleshy meat mitts. Beefy sausage hands. What's that song by Lonely Island? Dream Girl. That's the song that Randy serenades me with, is a Dream Girl by Lonely Island. Next time you're bored, give it a Google. And Christy. Oof. I don't know if I've ever been mad enough at Randy to wax his back, Bev. Like, she says, I miss the days when I had to wax my ex's back. God, he was floofy. Ooh, Nanzilla. My man is super tall. He can reach the groceries on the top shelf that the stalkers don't restock. Randy's only a couple inches taller than me, but I kind of like it that way. I don't have to reach to be able to, like, fix his hair or anything. But he is super clever. One time we were in, what was it, a Target, and we couldn't reach something, so we went over to hardware and got a step ladder, and then just came back and got it. So you don't have to be tall, you just got to be a problem solver. Oh, geez, mistress. Patty! Oh, she says my kids could carve their soccer number on my hubby's back fur, and it made me picture, at the sports events when the sports people, like the fans, like paint themselves. Instead of painting yourself, you just shave the team now. Yes, Tanya, they do. We really enjoy Lonely Island music. Penny says, ask Randy. Ask him what, Penny? Grocery grabber in my relationship. I enjoy being a giant woman. Right on, Bunny. Aw. Oh, Anita, that sounds lovely. I'm on a boat was really popular. Yeah. Gratitude improves your attitude. Sometimes all you need is a slight shift in perspective. Nice. Christy says, I've missed the last few live streams. I'm really glad. I really missed all this so much. Oh, we're glad to have you here. Threw it on the ground. Their music videos are really good too, is the thing. It's like the music is catchy, but the music videos themselves are very clever skits. Ooh. Right on, Pink. Jules says this is my second one. You came back for seconds. That's how we know we're doing something right. Captain Jack Sparrow in the open sea. No, just their whole, what was it? Chain and turtleneck sweater. Was that the name of the album? Michael Bolton. Bolton. Yeah, no, straight. The Glowforge is screaming in the background. Wow. Michelle says my son's dad is 6'1". My hubs is my height, 5'5", and son 6'2". Goodness, that's tall. Tall people problem. Okay, there's a whole bunch of coiling. I feel like I've been coiling for like 20 years. Yeah, I'm a stocky, corn-fed American.
What?
And finishing off by spinning it overhead. There we go. Hey, Letty, how's it going?
You know, chilling.
Chilling. Killing. 6'1". Don't they know there's a gas punch on? You know, I kind of like it with the, it's like, coffee with the chunks in it is like pulpy orange juice. Hey, Eve, I'm wire wrapping a resin moon, and we're doing some other stuff and things. Objectifying the men in our lives, you know, because that's fair and equal in all things. Michelle says, Yvonne. Gratitude improves your attitude, Michelle. I'll take the crunchy coffee over. There's so many coffee grounds in it. I'm not going to be finishing the bottom, like, half inch of it probably, though. Because I don't want to have to pick my coffee out of my teeth. And Randy's in there singing Willows Island. 'Tis a good day. Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. There's my Callie cat. Oh. Okay, so also, look at that pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. I'll let you in just a sec. So I was sitting over yonder doing my lampwork glass, as a person do. Really? Oh, I love orange juice with pulp in it. Because I'll put ice in it and, like, have it as, like, an orange frosty or freezy or something. But, yeah, I was sitting there, and it was dark outside, and I looked up, and there was a cat looking at me, sitting on that windowsill, on the outside of the window, just staring at me, and it was not one of my cats. And I was like, sup, bruh? Ooh, that looks pretty good. I'm going to let the cat in real quick. Is it not cutting through well?
It's missing again.
Okay.
We got a regular X-Acto knife?
Do what, honey?
Do we have a regular X-Acto knife?
Like a box knife? Or
that'll work too.
We can put a fresh blade in one of the box knives. I'm sure. Here, give me just a sec.
Something that's not going
No, the blade's shifting around on that one.
If I can do that with my fingers, it's like.
Yeah. It just keeps going sideways. Okay. Let's get you a. Oof. And it just, no matter how much I tighten it, it does that. It seems. Ooh, this is looking good. Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, let me get you a box knife. Is that easier?
Yes.
I can also grab you a straight edge.
Nope.
Okay.
This is perfect.
Ooh, do you want to use a cutting mat and sit on the table? With just a regular knife, you can use that one. I just thought the Dremel would eat right through it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Go squeak. Hazy doggy. I love your little tail. Okay. Sorry, we had to go for a blurry little field trip for a minute there. Did I let the cat in? Yeah, I let the cat in. Okay. Yes, we are making a shelf thing for glass rods. And I am very excited about that because I'm a real visual person and I like the just looking and seeing all the glass. Like the colors kind of inspire me. Like, do it, hun?
How many honey mustard packets can get in my way?
I thought I only had the 3 honey mustards. Hello, Patty Cat. I see you. What's up, girl? How you doing? You're a good girl. You are. Okay. What will the end up being that Randy is working on? Teresa, we basically just wanted to make like a box that has little dividers in it that we can set up on its side and store all the glass rods in. Thanks, Lydia. Okay. So I'm getting the bail made first. And just wrapping twice around it. Right, Daniel? Oh no, Metatron. Where you go? Why no wrapping? Now the thing is with this being clear, I don't know, we'll see. I think it's going to be interesting. So I'm just going to kind of bend and set that there. And then bend around. And bend around, maybe? And around this way. I don't know. Because I don't want to cover up so much of the bead, you know? Okay, so I'm going to I have a little bit of scrap wire from another project. Actually, it's quite a bit of scrap wire. And I'm going to see if I can't splice these 2 pieces together. Could polish the black with metallic color to give it a shimmer. Oh, Bunny, that's a really good idea. Yeah, like backing it with like a silver nail polish. Let's do that real quick. I don't know what's all set in there. We'll do that on the next one. So I'm just kind of whip stitching. Thanks, Lydia. And I want to try to get the stitches to lay like side by side to each other. If we can. I'm going to see if we can zoom in on this. Bye, Penny. I hope your head gets to feeling better. Migraines are the worst. think I'm gonna have to add some beads to this too. And my dog is scrambling to try to chew on his butt. No, he's just kicking himself. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and bend this around. This is beads! And I've misplaced my bent nose pliers. They're somewhere in the house. So I'm just going to be using these guys. And I remember when using pliers felt like so clumsy. Whoop! Ouch. Excuse me. But I promise y'all, the more you work with your pliers, the more you'll improve your hand plier, like brain plier coordination. And you'll get to where they're a lot more comfortable and more of an extension of yourself.
That's hand-eye coordination?
Yeah. Oh, Daniel. I think you're right. I'll be right back. Let me go get my pliers. Oh, this is rough. Oh, man, that looks really good. Yeah. Pretty bad when someone in Ireland knows where my crotch is better than I do. Excuse me. Bye, Meta. Edward Plier Hands. Yeah. Good luck with your spine seceding.
You're out of frame.
Thank you, baby. Okay, let me rummage and see. I should have some beads somewhere. Some beads somewhere. No, let me grab a seed bead. Here's some beautiful seed beads that I think are actually from Jim. I really like that shape. I
said, hey, Kelly.
And so I'm just going to thread that through. And I'll need to go one further down, I think, to be able to fit it.
Oh, yeah.
I could feel that in my teeth.
As can I.
Just asking Daniel with his powers of like remote viewing or something, like, dude, where's my pliers? Next time I've lost something, Daniel, I'm gonna text you and be like, bro.
I know you're probably asleep, but hey.
I know you're sleeping, but where's my stuff at? Ooh, actually, I just had an idea. Brain blast. Okay, so I'm actually going to thread some of these beads on to our wire.
She's getting tight, Captain.
The wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to try to add the pieces when that last one has to go through all of them. Okay. So we've threaded some beads. I'm just kind of going off around that way. Now I'm just going to kind of messily, whack the camera. And the camera's really not doing a very good job of picking up. The clear wrap around this has like a little bit of an AB finish that I quite like.
What you think?
I think that'll be perfect. Okay. And so now we've bound off. I'm going to do one more binding. Kathy says I want to make a proper craft room, but I leave the other room as a spare in case my kids want to come visit. That's fair. You're kinder than I am. For the longest time, for a couple of years we lived in an apartment that was like a 2-bedroom townhouse. Before that complex was under new management and raised their rent prices.
Just by 600.
Yeah. It was a super old, junky apartment, but man,
They were proud of
it. Whenever it was only $400 for a 2-bedroom townhouse per month, that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like, I miss those days. But it, like, nothing ever worked. Nothing ever got fixed. But it was the cheapest place in the county. And we actually had a roommate, our friend George was staying with us, and we put a twin bed in the craft room closet, like halfway sticking out, and that was George's room. So we were like, sorry bro, we're running business, you gotta sleep in the closet. And he's like, okay, can I play World of Warcraft? And we were like, yes. And he was like, this is amazing. Deal. Story time from long, long ago. Oh, can I tell them about what happened at breakfast? Randy? Can I tell them about what happened at breakfast?
At breakfast?
Yeah.
What happened at breakfast?
With the hot food?
Hot food. Oh, no.
I can't.
No.
Oh, okay, that's fair, I guess. One day in like 10 years, I'll tell you guys what happened at breakfast today. So I stabilized to the wire. I did like 5 or 6 wraps. Gotcha, adventure. Well, apparently Domino's is still delivering. I saw them just drive by. Hey, Cece, how's it going? Bye, Christy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I don't know if it works like that, Nan. Usually I try to be respectful of Randy if he's like, nah, don't tell everybody. I'm just picturing.
Camera again.
Sorry, thanks, babe. Bye, Nick. Okay, so I'm gonna try to come through here, do a couple of wraps.
You keep going off camera.
I'll just zoom out. There we go. So you won't be able to see as well what's happening, but at least it's in frame. Is that better?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I can see everything.
Right on. Oh my gosh, Anita, that's crazy. Are they okay? Anne says, I've added 2 conservatory type rooms to my house's workrooms. They just become rooms full of bits of my craft. My purpose in this lockdown is to have every proper usable workroom in at least one. Right on. To have a proper, right on. That'll be cool. I'm kind of digging it, guys. Kind of digging it indeed. Okay, so where did that wire go? So I'm going to coil around this little bit here. And again, this is an example how initially we could have gotten away with using like a drill for making our main coil. But I just think it's a really good idea to have a solid foundation, like, and this is kind of gnarled up a little bit for my pliers, so I'm just going to snip that off. It's good to have a solid foundation in coiling for whenever, like something like this one, there's not enough room to attach it to a drill bit, and you're gonna have some complications. It's a lot easier to just know how to coil. Cece, I'm using 18 gauge is my thicker one, and that's American wire gauge. And then I'm doing my wrapping or my coiling with 28 gauge. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave that little bit of a tail on there because I'm going to try coiling this around. I'm going to try and see if I open that up a bit. Yeah. The wire coming off towards the back. I'm gonna add, let's see how this little bead looks. I don't know, I'm kind of just grabbing stuff, hey pretty kitty, off of my work surface. If we do that little blue bead, I think we're gonna have to, I'm gonna stick to just the one kind of bead that we're adding. Because honestly, I had hoped that I'd be able to, let's just do the one. Just join this coil directly to, you know what, we might be able to. So Randy was watching a video yesterday, and I was like, man, that's a bumpin' jam. What is it? And like, I kept listening, and it was Old MacDonald Had a Farm. It was a remix. Like just a background music. I was like, ugh, okay. That's fair. The color that I'm using, Lydia, is the titanium tone. And I really like it because even though this stuff doesn't oxidize, because it's enameled, it kind of gives a little bit more depth than just the straight silver tone. Maybe it looks a little bit more like steel or something. Okay, I'm gonna keep traveling around just a little further up what we're doing with our coiling, because I'm gonna actually just make a jump for it and come up through here, and then I'm gonna string a bunch of these beads on. Ooh. Ooh. Well, thank you, Anne. Thank you very much. She says, "Oh my God, I just used your tip jar. I've enjoyed this evening and I'm amazed it's still going on. So thank you." Yeah. No, I like doing our live streams. I'd felt some pressure and stuff because used to, like, I remember when we first started out and there were like 10 people in here hanging out, and I didn't feel any pressure to be like professional or anything like that. And then I started, we started having more and more people in the room, and I started to feel a little bit more like, oh gosh, people are in here. I should, I don't know, do something. like, uh, and I started to like kind of clam up a little bit, and I'm feeling a lot better after starting to do the patron exclusive live streams. Like, I feel much more myself than I have in a while. And I'm like, yeah, we've got close to 200 people in here right now, but it's like y'all clicked on my face. I don't have to put on, like, I don't have to be anything other than what I am with you guys, and I really appreciate that. So I'm just doing what we'd be doing, but enjoying y'all's company while we go about it. Okay, I think I put on one too many beads, so I'm gonna that and happy quarantine, yay! So okay. Yeah, I like just having it to where the beads kind of hug. I'm gonna see if maybe zooming in a little. Whoa, that's quite a bit. Well, I appreciate y'all. Oh no, Lydia, you're fine. I don't mind a bit. Do not mind a bit. Don't ever apologize for being generous. Crappy quarantine, yay! Kinda wish that one wasn't sticking up so much. Well, hurrah, you just squish it a bit and it's fine. Right on it. I think I might do a tutorial on this. Honestly, it's just an evolution of the last one that the last wrap I had done, but I'm liking it a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really lazy and do just a quick vine wrap instead of splicing the wire in with all of the pre-existing wire and having it be hidden. I'm going through and doing a lazy vine. Swoosh. You okay, babe?
Oh, that's interesting.
What's up?
This one's a whole bunch off.
Really? And now I want this one, I want our beads to be on this side, I think.
There we go.
Oh, so it hadn't printed off?
Huh?
It hadn't printed being off?
No, no.
Okay.
No, I'm checking before each time for that.
Gotcha. So I'm actually gonna do a knot to try to reorient my wire to sit where I want it to. So to do that, I've looped it through itself and then tightened down that first loop, and now I'm going to tighten down the second loop. And what this is doing is now my wire is exiting on this side instead of the top side. Do you have any skin irritations come up from wearing the enameled wire jewelry after wearing it over a period of months or year? I personally have not, and I have a very acidic skin that has a tendency to eat through things. And I'm going to show you it needs clean, so don't judge me too much. But this is my, oh gosh, there's so many scuzzies. This is horrifying. This is my piece that I've been wearing for like years and years and years. And you can see it has actually started to wear off the color a little bit, but it's still, like, piece is probably, oh, it's so gross. um, it's probably like 8 or 9 years old. This wrap here, maybe 7, like on the short end. Let's say 7. But of wearing it at many outdoor events, and it still does not turn me green the way that bare copper would. But I find it holds up pretty well, and I've never had any irritations from it. For me personally, my irritations come from nickel. I'm very sensitive to nickel. So with the parawire, whether it's bare or what, unless you're getting like nickel silver, it doesn't have any nickel in it. So it would be up to you and your body, and if you have like copper irritations. But no, I wouldn't recommend parawire as highly as I do if I hadn't had such a great experience with them, because like they don't pay me to say nice things to y'all. Like I just really like them. Okay, I'm gonna do like maybe 4 more beads. Actually, I think I'm just gonna do 3 and leave it a little baggy, because I also want to come through and with another piece of scrap 28 gauge. So coming in with, these are the pieces that I cut off from doing the veil on this piece earlier in the live stream, is where I'm grabbing these from. Or you could just cut them off of your cut them off of your piece. I'm just gonna tuck this, let's put a little curve in it. I'm just gonna tuck that through the back there, a little bit more than what we need. And let's stabilize it. Once and twice. Being really careful to not just fling my beads everywhere off of the wire. Okay, and now I want to come through and whip stitch this together. I'm going to lift this up just a little bit if I can, just so I can get my wire through. And I think to keep things looking on purpose, like looking intentionally, I'm going to go in between each and every bead. So sorry, I didn't mean to go out of frame. So I'm going to scooch this bead down and hook around. So I'm going to scooch that bead down. So this is why I haven't bound off this end yet, is because I don't know exactly how many beads I'm going to need just yet.
What size beads are you using?
I don't know. These are like maybe a size 8 in like around, but they're a little bit longer. They're like a very short tube bead, or bugle bead, I think is the term. but maybe a 2mm by 3mm. Not size 8, size 11, I'm sorry. But yeah, and so it's easy to get beads to fit kind of where you want them to when you're going around the curve of the side, like the outside of the curve. But I really wanted this, especially being kind of towards the edge of the pendant, to sit comfortably and securely to the inside curve of that wire. And I'm just truly just whip stitching around, and then using where the bead is to secure in the next stitch. And I'm gonna just skip forward a bit and cheat, and instead of, oh, I can fit between the next one. I was gonna skip and do 2, but no need in that. What's up, puppy? I hear you whistling. And I think I'm gonna do this one and then the last one. So one bead fell off, and that seems to work out for the best. So now just looping through on the back side. And now I'm going to take both of these wires and I'm going to snip them to be around the same length. And now that I'm going to use them, ooh, oh, that would be cool, Lydia. What's up, baby? I was just hearing you come in. Oh. Okay. And I'm just, for expediency's sake, sewing with both of them. Because these bugle beads have kind of a sharp feeling edge, so I don't want it to be where it's going to be sitting on the skin. And I'm going to snip that. And smush it in so that there's no pokey bits. And the Glowforge is still screaming in the background. Oh, thanks, you guys. Right on, Letty. I think I actually did get these ones from Jim, so we might have beads from the same family. Oh, thanks, Holly. Have you got a favorite wrapped pendant that you have kept and will never sell? Yeah, probably this piece here. The opalite and amethyst and labradorite. I really, really like that one. I think I shall hug it and squeeze it and love it forever. Okay, no pokey bits. And there we are. Y'all like that? I think I like it. For some reason, Kip doesn't go ahead and march. I'm still gonna come over. Right on, Daniel.
How many cupcakes for dinner?
How many cupcakes for dinner?
These are trying times.
And the lighting in here isn't doing this, or the you can call it George. Yep, basically. The lighting is not doing it any favors. Like it's washing it out quite a bit. I'm pretty happy with that. And I feel really pleased with the stabilization Like, we had some folks comment on the wrapped design that we did with just the bare wire, and they were like, it doesn't look very stable. And I was like, well, take that. Aw, thanks, Mary. Mary Hart. Sometimes I do CC, but I try to not get too attached. Yeah, I think doing the silver enameling on the back would go a long way. I really like that. That will be for sale in April's auction. Into the done bucket. Chunk it. Super durable. So now I think I'm going to show you guys how I'd go through and back the stones. Let me go grab the nail polish I'm going to use. So honestly, I can avoid the smell, I think, and just use ooh, I know what I'm gonna use. Oh wait, give me just a second. I need to go grab a stir stick. A stir stick, it's the keeper things. They separate out so I have to. Okay, so it's gonna take a while to dry, but I want to try using the PBO paints. Yeah, I think so. We'll do the tutorial using this piece. So I'm gonna open this up. Now this has been sitting for a while, so it's gonna take quite a bit of stirring. And this is the PBO Moon Fantasy line. Ooh, nice amethyst. And I'm scraping and stirring. Thanks, Karen. Ooh. And I like to turn it onto its side because it kind of gets into the shoulders of the bottle. Hey, Midday. Midday Moon Creations. It's a really cool name. Ah, that is a good idea. Uh-oh, I'm not plugged in. It's getting a low battery. I could seal it. I think it'll be alright not to, but we'll see. I might put some UV paint over it, or UV resin, or just regular resin, or Mod Podge. The gems on earthquake, lost world clouds. What do you think? Oh, right on. Yeah, I didn't feel like dealing with the nail polish smell right now. Is the only thing. Stir, stir, stir. That and this stuff does some really cool effects when you I'm gonna use this little wooden ring as a way to level it because it has a curved front. And so I'm using the fact that it's kind of dished in a little bit as an opportunity to fill it. Almost like it's a little bezel tray. And Randy this whole time has been working on the Glowforge project for my Lampworking rods. He is the greatest. I love him so much. Not just because he does stuff for me, but that is very nice. But I do stuff for him too. I made him beans this morning. Okay. I just feel like the stuff he does for me is nicer than the stuff I do for him. Is that glass? No, this is resin, and I did make it. I wonder if we could do the paint after the weaving is done. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave this guy the way that he is. So, and I'm probably going to leave this to dry. What's up, babe? Babe, breakage? I'm going to leave this guy to dry overnight. And then I'll wire wrap them. We live in southwestern Missouri. Okay. Now also, without tipping it over, because yeah, as this dries, it's going to separate and do like some really cool stuff. Are only certain resins safe in electroformed baths? In my experience, my limited experience, so long as it's non-organic, it does fine. Like I've put UV resin in there, I put Art and Glow, I put art resin, I've put illuminite resin, I've put resin like clear cast by Smooth On. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'm gonna move this to here. And so now that's what the bottom looks like. I don't want to tip it and get resin or get paint on our I don't, Mary. It's just not going to focus, is it? Well, there we go, a little bit. Ooh, I'm starting to get dangerously tippy though. So I'm just going to flip that back around. And we'll have to wait until the tutorial to see what it looks like. But I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited. But whenever I back stuff, I do like to use something that's metallic. Just because that's my own personal preference. But if there's a bunch of metallic, like if you have like some swirls and stuff, you can actually see how I made these moon cabs in our crescent moon tutorial that came out recently. But no, we just used clear resin with a little bit of alcohol ink, not mixed in, but we put a drop or two of alcohol ink into the mold and then poured the resin in. So if you guys want, I'll actually do a step-by-step of how to do the cab too. Complete with that, and then we'll do the wrapping. Perfect. Yes, PBO uses cells depending on which one you use, especially their fantasy line. Their fantasy line does some really cool things. Thanks, Alyssa. I really like the blue swirl one. And I did the same thing, but this was like mermaid, I think is the color of alcohol ink. Not in a mold. Oh, yes, in a mold. Here, let me grab it. So this is the mold that I use. I got them on Amazon. And they're just silicone molds. Let me see, I think I have some more in my tray over here. I do. Ooh, yeah. So here I have, these ones are just some glow in the dark moons that I had made. And I'd also, these are made with resin with molds as well. I really like them. But I think while I can dig the stick out of the trash and just do silver backing on these ones as well. So grab the stick back out of the trash. And let me pull the camera up a bit. It's just a little in the way. Stir, stir, stir. I'm gonna need to see. Got another little. Just, I mean, it takes the same drying time to dry one as it does to dry 5. So we may as well, right? Just kind of carefully running this along the edge. No, Kitty, now is not a good time, please. I see you looking at me. I don't trust you, though. Nope. I love you, but no. I don't want to have to shave you to get this stuff out of your fur. You could also use acrylic paints. Oh, is she acting neglected? Because I wouldn't let her roll in solvent-based oil paints. Typical. There we are. They go up pretty well. The blues and greens and yellows are going to glow the best. Whereas like the purples and reds in my experience do not glow that great. But that's not brand dependent. That's just the nature of it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I need the little rings to put them on.
Goodness, Derpy. Yeah.
Huh.
Derpy's late.
Derpy's very late. Hey, Derpy. I've missed you. Woo. Okay, this one doesn't have much of an edge on the backside, but that's okay. But yeah, you can use acrylic paints if you have pets or kids around, or if you don't have PBO, or you could use nail polish as well. Honestly, some of the silver nail polishes, you could actually take a clear nail polish, mix in silver Pearlex pigment, and get this basically same exact result, I think. Possibly. It's worth a try, right? Let's seems to be okay, but I don't trust it. I'm going to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't leak off the tips.
Just the tips.
Just the tips. Derpy, derpy, derp, derp. And I do like to leave, I like to be kind of heavy-handed with the paint because it lets it flow and settle a little bit as it dries. And I think it gets kind of cooler results than if you're stingy with it. Okay, I think for that one I do want a little ring. Hey, Randy. Oh, he can't hear me. Nope, that seems like it's just dripping off the edges too. Oh, I do have more. Okay. How's it going in there? Nice. And if you hear an awful slobbery noise in the background, that is he thoroughly enjoying the bully sticks that Judy sent. Oh no, we have spillage. Just like that on the work surface. Actually, I have the perfect thing for this. Tissues from... Do what?
What?
I have the perfect thing for this. Tissues from Boomer Bob. He had sent some beautiful cabs and Crystal Point and was wrapped in tissue, and it's like, hoard it.
It didn't leak off the tip, did it?
Not the tip, the backside.
Oh. Spare the tip.
Oh, mercy. No, I actually don't really, I prefer epoxy resins as opposed to UV resins. That's just me, though. I wonder if I can use this part as a mold. And that is as like a little stand. And it tips it a little too far to the back. But having it right there works. Okay. But it's just if I have it sitting on the table, it has a tendency to kind of lean forward. Oh, really, Cece? She says, I'm always amazed by how quickly you work. It's once I get into production mode, like, I'm actually slow compared to how we used to be. Randy and I used to bust out some pretty serious inventory. Because we'd do, was it 32 shows a year? Like, conventions. So we were gone, like, a lot. We were very heavily on the road. And, we just didn't have a lot of time to make inventory, but we had to get inventory made. So we'd bust stuff up, like bust it out. And again, it's stuff, just little things that if you already have, like it takes just as long to make one of these crescent moons as what it does to make the 5. Like, you know, it's because a lot of it's cure time. So if you're doing the resin and stuff, you know, if you mix up enough resin to do, you know, a couple, then you're still having to wait the same 24 hours, but instead of having one piece done, you have multiple. And then, again, here to do the paint, I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow before I'm real confident in that these will be done. It's a blood moon. Also, it's called a sailor's moon. Right on. I'd love to stick around. Yeah, there's tasks to be done. Bye, Alyssa. Thanks for hanging out with us. I actually think that I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to put these on a tile and put them on a shelf so the cat doesn't lay in them. And then I'm going to help Randy with... Y'all want an update on how the thing's going? A little... Oh, we're at 12%. It'll be fine.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me, he says. There's a tally cat.
Well, get it. I've given it the blood sacrifice. What more does it need?
You've bled for it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is there a way I can be helpful? I got smaller hands.
You can try. Fix that. I think it needs to go that way. The middle one for this.
Quite possibly. So make it bearing.
So much honey mustard. I know.
This one's off by just a bit.
I know.
Is there like a difference between it being
not.
like this? Okay.
No, if it was a situation where I could put the boards in at a certain location every time,
Mm-hmm.
and it cut from that location every time,
I know.
but this is not that kind of machine.
Yeah, it does just seem slid a bit, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, the end broke off.
Yeah.
These two seem in line with each other, whereas this one back here does not.
Do you want to
Let's
take
remove that
one
back
off?
one.
Take this guy out.
Okay. Want me to hold down while you pull with two hands? Oh, that made my double chins jiggle. Oh, jiggle me timbers.
I think. I don't know. Let's try from this side.
Okay. It's not too late for us to get PVC pipe either.
It is too late.
It is?
I have spoken. This is
Okay.
the way.
He's whacking it. Hey, it's working! He's whacking it! You just gotta slam it harder. Did it break? Oh, Randy.
Only in the back one that you don't.
Okay. That'll do, donkey. This is gonna, we're gonna, you're gonna hate me by the end of this, aren't you?
No.
No?
I hate you already.
No. Bitches.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if there's maybe a better way to make boxes that we don't know about.
Probably.
You grabbing a rod so we can test the concept?
Actually.
Yeah, Randy style smush involves getting a bigger hammer. But yeah, so this is the concept. Is we will have, and it'll just be divided all the way across and all the way up. And that should be sturdy enough. If that doesn't work, get a bigger hammer. Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to be set on its side. And if I could have it in front of a window so that light can go through it, but I'm not too worried about that.
I'm just doing the thing. You put it where you want.
Well, that's fair. I appreciate you, honey. But, and I'd like to have the colors done up in a way that, like, you know how whenever, like, you're in, like, Photoshop or something or paint and you, like, open it up and it's, like, the colors in, like, a grid?
Scale.
What's it called?
The chromatic scale.
Is that what it, but yeah, just like that. Like I think that'd be really cool. That way every color would have a place. And then I'm probably going to keep my um black and clear in bulk some in a separate bin.
Probably.
But and then just restock the compartments. But little compartments. Mary Hart says it may be easier to put all of them in one direction and then the cross braces.
It's going to be just as difficult either way.
Maybe. One board at a time, but this is pretty cool. Like I'm very excited. I don't mind a bit that that's inset at all. You were right. It's fine. High five. I love you. Don't walk away. I love you. Why? Don't be mad, bro.
I stand by what I said. I'm never building a house with you.
That's fair. We just need to work on our communication, and by we I mean me. Like, or you could just read my brain already. Like,
Maybe that's not the case.
we can make one of
You
those.
change it so many times.
Well, I didn't know what I was talking about. But you can put one of those electrified buckets on my head that reads my brainwaves, and then you'll just know what I meant.
Is that a thing that happens?
Teresa says do both ends, middle, and then the rest. That might help actually keep everything in line.
That would actually.
That's a really good idea. Okay.
But we're already this far.
So we will. Mary Hart says just a suggestion. Sure, you'll figure it out. We appreciate suggestions. We will hopefully figure it out.
I mean, it's going together.
I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be perfect.
Make it
Because,
as fast as the go for, just spit it out.
yeah, because these compartments will fit a half pound of glass. Because those are quarter pound bundles from Delphi Glass. And I'm interested to see how far that glass gets me for like bead production for Patreon packages.
Yeah.
Because then we could be like 1 month we'll do this color and we could have lampwork glass to accompany our fused glass.
That would be neat.
I'm super excited and very hungry. So, okay. I'm gonna let you guys go for real this time. And we'll see you all on Friday at 2 p.m. to weave some scale mail for Eridanicon. And there's a lot of other stuff going on, like Mike Blodchick with Eridani Studios, or with Sagaborn actually, is going to be leading some gaming. And a bunch of other artists. Sam Fliegel's doing some like kind of workshop panel talks and stuff. Sanding it off a little bit, Kelly says. That's a good idea too. Because I've got some sanding drums that might actually be able to just fit in there and like we'll see y'all in our next video, and until then, happy crafting, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and happy quarantine. Bye.